Now today we are going to discuss evaluation of the sales management. This is the first chapter of the sales management and distribution this subject. So we'll start. Evaluation of the sales management before the industrial revolution, which began about 1760 1760 AD in England. Small scale manufacturers had a commanding influence on the economy. So before industrial revolution, which began about 760 AD in England, small scale manufacturers had a commanding influence on the economy. So we know that industrial revolution happened in the England. Earlier there used to be uh, traditional countries like China and India, those were having very huge market share in the world's economy. So India was having almost about 27 to 30% market share, and China was also having considerable market share like India. But slowly and gradually, these European countries started invading, attacking, and colonizing other countries. Countries like France, England, Dutch, these countries, Germany, they started occupying other countries, and they started imposing taxes on these countries, and they started exploiting, looting these countries. Like I have a British Empire, you might be knowing, they looted India like anything, and they because of this British Empire, India became poorer, their sale growth of the economy reduced, and England and European countries started become richer. So they UK or the British Empire used this money that they looted from the India and China. They started investing in the research and development, and because there was a lot of scientists could able to invent lot of machines, and they do lot of discoveries. Industrial revolution happened in England and neighboring countries. So in 1760 we had industrial revolution and in England, and they started manufacturing, they started preparing, they started inventing machines. And these machines, they were in the primitive stage, they were in the initial stage, so they can able to produce only small scale products. They cannot able to make large scale productions. So you might be knowing that in initial days, computer used to happen to be as big as a size of the one big room. Like we have one classroom, that is the size of the computer in the initial days. But later on, with the invention of the chips, microprocessor, then capacitors and other things, the size of the machinery reduced, and machineries or the tools, equipments, electronic equipments became smaller, better, if and efficient. So in initial days, we used to have very small scale production. Manufacturing received most of the attention because that was the major problem. So that time, business people and scientists were having very good synergy, and business people wanted to have very efficient and very large scale produce the machinery which can produce large scale. So business people, they industry wanted efficient and effective equipments or the machinery, and there was a pressure on the scientists to invent these kind of machinery. So everybody was, there was a competition, and there was a race to their to invent better machines or better equipments. So small scale manufacturing machines are outdated, and scientists invented large scale product manufacturing machines. So manufacturing received most of the attention in those days. Selling goods to the nearby customers was done without any problem. So in the initial days, we can able to produce limited products, so that is getting sold in the neighboring market, in the local market, because the demand was more and product was less. When the supply is less and demand is more, then you don't need to make selling efforts. It is when the demand is more and supply is less, you don't have to tell the customers that you have to purchase the products, and there is no need of advertising or selling. So selling was not a problem, manufacturing was the problem. After the industrial revolution in UK and the American revolution in USA, large scale manufacturing organizations started dominating the economy. So later on we come up with the better equipments, better devices, better machinery, and because of that we can able to produce more number of units, more number of products, and we can able to do large scale production of the products like shoes, like stationery, like food products, like garments, and many other products. Separate functional departments were established, which included manufacturing, finance, and sales. So initial days, the owner used to take care of all the activities. He used to take the help of two, three people, and the production was also less. So that can be managed. So there was no need of other department. But when the organization become larger, and when the organization started large scale operations, large scale production, and when organization started selling into different countries, they required manufacturing department, they required finance department, they required sales department. So they required skilled people who can do operation or manufacturing in a better way. They need a good skilled people who can understand accounting and investment related problems. And there is a need for the organization to get the orders, to provide the customer service. So they need sales people also. Due to the manufacturing of a large quantities of the good, selling to nearby market was not adequate, and there was a need to expand the market. Now the problem is different. Initial the problem was the volume of the product, or the product was number of products were less, and there was huge demand. So supply was less and demand was huge. Now the situation is exactly reversed. Supply was huge because of latest technology, because of computers, because of uh, new machinery. We can able to produce products in a large number. So now the problem is supply is more and demand is less. So they wanted to sell this product all over the world in different countries. So they required a lot of manpower, they required uh, lot of things like SOP, procedure, processes, system, methods. This was possible with the involvement of the wholesalers and retailers selling the company's goods to consumers who were located far away from the manufacturing unit. So now they required wholesaler and retailers in different countries. They need the help of the wholesaler and retailers in selling their products in different countries. So if suppose today there is a manufacturer called Lexip Pen, they want to sell their products in African countries. So we can produce pen in India on a large scale. Suppose in a day we can able to produce 10,000 pens. So we cannot able to sell these products in India. So we have to sell these products in Africa, Middle East, and other countries. So we need a help of the wholesaler and retailers in these countries. So they we will give them some kind of commission, some kind of will do profit sharing, and wholesaler, retailers, and other agents in those countries will help us to sell our product. Marketing activities like advertising, sales, promotion, shipping, dispatching, and so on become not only important but also complex. So when the organization become large, when the volumes are in the large scale, and they increase their operation, they increase their volume, they increase their revenues, then they required people. They required now the organization needed to do the advertising, organization needed to do the sales, organization needed to do the dispatch related work. So these works, sales, advertising, then supply chain, dispatching, these become very important. So delivery, then sales, getting orders, and doing advertisement were slowly and gradually became important function of the organization. And they were not only important, they gradually become complex, because every market is different, every country is different, every culture is different, and you are not sure about what rules regulation they are following, or how their governments and people over there will react to your offerings and products. It therefore became necessary to split the marketing function into sales function and other support functions like advertising, sales promotion, marketing research, marketing logistic, or physical distribution. So now our companies started focusing on the sales and marketing related functions like advertising, sales promotion, marketing research, and logistic. The kind of typical organization shown in figure is seen even today. So you can see generally today also we have head of the marketing. Under marketing department we have sales department, promotion department, research department, logistics department, and customer service department. So there is a manager in the sales department who take care of getting orders. There is a manager in the promotion department who take cares of the advertising. There is a manager in the market research department who used to study the needs and the requirement of the customers. There is a manager in the logistic department who take cares of the delivery, supply chain management, and there is a manager in this customer service department who take care of the after sales service, pre-sale service, post-sale service. So uh, organizations started becoming marketing functions oriented. It is important to understand that the sales department continues to occupy an important position even today, yeah, because it is the income or revenue producing function and no other function in the organization brings in income or the money. So all other functions like HR, finance, then advertising department, then logistic department, everybody requires money, but sales and these department cannot generate money, but the sales department is the only one department who can generate revenue or who can generate profit through the orders they are getting. So sales department became one of the important department in current organization. So this is all regarding evaluation of the relations with sales management. In the next lecture, we will study the what is diet, seller, buyer, seller diet. That we will study in the next lecture. Thank you.